Hello, 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 and welcome back to Dream Daddy. Today, we are going to be going on a date with Damien. And I've actually really gotten to like Damien a lot better, having spent that first date with him and been like, okay, yeah, Damien is an excellent father. So, yeah, and a nice person who reads anime smut in his spare time. So, let's see what this date has in store, huh? I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up Dad book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter! Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment, folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. The dude goes all out. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, Dearest Cassian, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of this slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you may forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. And for that, I thank you. That said, Cassian, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema followed by a moonlit stroll would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, D. Bloodmark. See? Like, a lot of, like, most of the other dads when dealing with Cassian are like, hey dude, want to hang out? As in, like, this is a friendship hanging out, and during the day, they're like, oh, well, this is kind of nice. I'm getting fluttery feelings. Oh, this is weird. But no, Damien is straight up, I'm asking you on a date. Can we go to the cinema and then take a moonlight stroll? Because I want to take you on a date. I would greatly enjoy your time. Please date me. And I'm just like, that's adorable. That's so freaking adorable. So, yes. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So, you gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message him on Dad book and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut. You have to write him back. A real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon. Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool! Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you can do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and peruse showtimes. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. Right. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2? Evil Never Dies. I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid. Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration into the ennui of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just lots of blood and vampire titties. Welp, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out, then sit down at the table with Amanda to try drafting a nice letter. I'm not sure if Cassian gets that this is a date thing. Romantic comedies sound like something that would be totally up Damien's alley! Maybe. I mean, Damien himself is a vampire. I don't know if he's very much into vampire titties. So, I start writing. Damien, I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. Good one. What's next? Hey, remember when your son tried to cask of Amontillado that kid? I must confess of my amateur control of the written word. Jeez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling. Let's see. That Ernest shit was pretty messed up. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves on the last we met. This first one. Nice. Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda. Let me, get at that. Like Bruegel's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details? No. While a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. Bring it home, Pops. Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets to the movies. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Hard daps! No! Namaste. Best wishes. And then I sign my name. My full name. Fancier that way. Cassian Westfall. Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. I have to be honest, that actually looks a lot like my real handwriting. Cassian. We're so similar. The biggest difference I can find between his handwriting and mine is that my J's and G's and Y's all have curly loops whenever I do the tails. So that's different. But pretty much everything else is like spot on. Sad. You spelled his name wrong. What? Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes. Now, all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape? That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. You gotta have a wax seal. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's that other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the small piece of wood onto it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing, here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome! Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. Well, I guess all there is to do is to deliver it to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Like, the best. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. Like, seriously, they haven't even been trained. Which is really bad considering that actual carrier pigeons died out like 100 years ago or something. I forgot to read Cassian's line. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished? Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? What's with the thunder? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? Bah, I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What? Why are there so many awkward silences?
Ha!
What? Regardless, the hour draws close.
Oh.
Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please, allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids, or perhaps Milk Duds. Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. Who is it this time? We've seen pretty much all the cast in our other dates. Why are you following us? Ugh, my dad's here. I turn around to find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will you be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kids' movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies.
Ah!
You? Watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Ha! Good luck with that, Dad. Lucian rejoins his friends and I look over at Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line for a little longer and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. You would have been better off with a romantic comedy. Trust me, I know these things. I'm terrible at romance, but I at least know that. Let's just save real quick because I'm gonna ask, is everything okay? Are you okay? Yeah. Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Oh. Interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I'd never even heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
What?
You must be joking. I love horror movies. Sweetie, listen, you don't have to do this. I hate horror movies too. It's fine. It's fine. We can go watch something else. Maybe the kids flick with the talking animals. It's fine. The lights dim for the film.
Ah!
Damien, no! Damien screams. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary. At all. I don't know what my accent is for him anymore. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking.
Ah!
The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken, my coven. Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. The three look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade! Dun dun dun! This rules. The trio of vampires fly off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick.
Ah!
We get into a tense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife, Romulus, has fallen in love with. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It is good to finally blood you.
Oh my.
Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera.
Ah!
Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood.
Oh my.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap.
Huh.
I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got to an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. You guys! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. You are adorable. Maybe I could do something to try and make him feel more comfortable. Oh my gosh, I love how this is much more explicit than the other dates. It's very much more explicitly like, hey, there is a mutual attraction here. This is nice. Oh, I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. My dad really doesn't like it when I do that. So who knows? I think point out a plot hole would be the best option here, in all honesty. Did you notice how that guard fired 7 bullets, but his gun only holds 6 bullets? Yes, that is absolutely unforgivable from a filmmaking standpoint. It's almost unwatchable. It's funny how it's so much easier to point out tiny mistakes in the works of others than it is to actually go create your own thing, huh? Hey look, that's an anachronism. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. That's what I was thinking. Hold on a sec. Maybe the dad puns will make him giggle. I need to try these things. There it is. That's what I wanted to see. Where does a dog go when it loses its tail?
What?
Where? To the retail store! I yelled that last bit a little too loud for a crowded movie theater, but I can see a smile form on Damien's face. Good one, Cassian. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly with only a few whimpers. Yay! There we go. We get to the final scene of the movie, where Romulus Bad Blood and the General's wife embrace each other in his crypt. Wasn't he True Blood? Romulus True Blood? It appears that the true vampire crusade was the vampire crusade in our hearts, our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out. Hard.
Ah!
The film fades to black, and the end screen appears on the screen. I mean, forget I said anything weird. But then it cuts to, hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover, Carmela, who watch the two from afar.
Huh.
Oh no! Twist ending! Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next vampire crusade. 3 evil must die again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again, and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end? Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, which is really difficult to do, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He seems kind of invigorated.
Oh.
What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be.
Oh.
Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely. Damien thinks I'm lovely! Damn, okay. Here comes the smooth response. Nothing is ever smooth. Thanks. No problem? Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Never doubted you. Are you getting a little hungry? Maybe we could stop off and grab something to eat. Worry not, friend. I've a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery? What? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, Cassian. Trust me. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien... Who's got the boombox? I need to know. Who's serenading us with the boombox? Where is this music coming from? I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead. As we walk into the cemetery, statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Picnicking in a graveyard is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket. Where were you hiding that? Wait, where were you hiding that? Exactly. Under my cloak? Oh, right. Where would you put that when you were sitting down, though? Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheese. The man knows his way to Cassian's heart. It's cheeses. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
What?
I wasn't... He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I just have never been good at those. I just feel as if, because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel pretty peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that? And we will find out what that is in the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then, so bye-bye!